Where do we even start from last night's hockey game? Toronto Maple Leafs 7, Edmonton Oilers 4. Welcome back to the day after reaction. And last night's hockey game, that was a tough one to watch. It was fun, infuriating, annoying, physical, lots of goals, lots of action. Everything you want in a Stanley Cup final. Was that a Stanley Cup final preview? Who knows? But the best way to sum it up, just like Evander Kane did in his post-game interview, self-inflicted wounds. That's what happened to the Oilers. They basically lost the game themselves, costed them the game. I love what Zach Lang wrote in the day after, or how about the fact that as a whole, the Oilers just showed their belly after McLeod's turnover. Perfectly put. Yes, McLeod's turnover is what led to the Oilers' downfall, I would say, but Vincent Desharnais didn't have himself a great game either. Darnell Nurse losing the battle in the neutral zone on Tavares' first goal, also not a pretty sight. I know a lot of Oilers fans like to harp on Darnell Nurse, and that just kind of adds more fuel to the fire. And I'm not someone who likes to, crap on the guy too much. I want us to be supportive of Darnell Nurse, but he didn't have a great game as well. The team as a whole didn't play solid defensively. Stuart Skinner could have had a better game as well, but that happens. Goalies can have tough games from time to time, and Stuart Skinner, for the most part this year, has been consistent. But good goalies have bad games, and that's okay. Okay, maybe it sounds like I'm very much sugarcoating this game, but honestly, I'm not trying to panic because there's more games down the road, more important games for the Oilers. The standings are getting tight. It's not looking easy. And after last night's game, there was one question that was asked and begged by one person on Twitter I saw. Can the Edmonton Oilers handle pressure? After last night's game, does that give you confidence in a 7-game series? I think the Oilers have proven that they can handle pressure. I think we saw 2 examples of that this week, actually. On one example is no, they couldn't against the Maple Leafs. On one example, on one hand, against the Boston Bruins, right? So we've seen 2 versions of the Edmonton Oilers this week. The very good Edmonton Oilers who don't rely on Connor McDavid against the Boston Bruins to beat them, to beat the best team in the league, and a team that kind of crumbled against the Maple Leafs. Not kind of crumbled, it was a big crumbling. So it's tough to say, but I don't think, this loss should really be the end-all, be-all. There's a lot of hockey to still be played. The Oilers have proven they can handle pressure, especially in a 7-game series. Last year, against the LA Kings, against the Calgary Flames, they've gone to overtime. They've won in overtime. They could have been eliminated to the LA Kings pretty early in the first round. Going into Game 6, they didn't. They came back, they clawed back, they won, and they won the series, and they went to the second round. Colorado, different story, obviously. But handling pressure with this Oilers team is not too much different from last year's team. The roster is much the same aside from Mike Smith and Duncan Keith. So I think this team can handle pressure fine in the playoffs. 7-game series is much different. The playoffs are a different beast compared to the regular season. With that being said, thank you for tuning into the day after reaction. There's a lot to unpack from this game. Like I mentioned, it was infuriating, annoying, but also fun at the same time. I love that there was a lot of goal scoring. I loved seeing Austin Matthews and Connor McDavid going at each other. That was kind of cool to see. Other than that, thank you for tuning into the day after reaction. Leave us your thoughts in the comments below. Head to OilersNation.com for more. Like, comment, and subscribe. We'll see you next time.